Okay, let's get back to the ground and talk about quality audio and video. So, other than all that other stuff, drones, where you got to worry about the FAA and safety and flying and all that, you guys have a lot of tools at your disposal to do stuff right here at school. So the 4 photos you see at the top were actually taken about a year ago to another Kempa event. This was the Winter Advisor event, just advisors, and the theme was broadcast. And as you see in the photos, we were learning to use just a basic iPad out of the box for shooting and editing. So that's the one thing I want to say. Even a simple tablet out of the box can do quite a bit. So I'm more familiar with the Mac stuff, and I'm sure there's other similar competing products in the Windows world, but this comes with iMovie. Final Cut's available. It's a little more expensive as an editing program. And on the Windows side, you have Movie Maker and Adobe Premiere as well, but you can do a lot right out of the box. What I want to share with you today are some examples, some suggestions of things you can buy, a lot of it at a budget, to improve the quality of your video. The first one being an external microphone, either wired or wireless. Again, for the wired version, you can see a picture of one plugged into a phone, you plug it into a camera. For $50, you can get a really decent mic. It does have to be plugged in, so there'll be a wire between you and whoever's speaking, like in the photos above. But the difference is amazing. So I would definitely consider a wired mic. If you can afford it, a wireless is simply more convenient. Number 2, a tripod. So being able to have a stable shot, if you ever shot a video with your phone, putting on a tripod makes a world of difference, makes it look more professional. Another example is the gimbal, which is a stabilizer. Those are a lot more expensive, but I'll show you an example of that, and it really gives you some really cool, smooth footage. And then third, not that you need it a lot, but it's nice to have an external light in your backpack in case you need it to illuminate the subject more. And again, $30, you can get a very basic budget light to use. You can see one shown on the camera there. So here's another example of a video I produced with a colleague of mine. This one's for Kettle Moraine High School, and the objective of this video was to encourage incoming freshmen to get involved in school and not to be afraid of all the new things that come with high school. So what we did is we went to school, we interviewed a bunch of seniors, and we asked them questions about basically what advice would you give to students, and they shared their advice. So the video's on the website, on the school website. I cut them 2 short little pieces here to share with you today. Again, the simple example here is to show you the outcome of a video camera on a tripod and a microphone to capture really good audio.
As teachers always say, and it gets kind of old after a while, but they're right, use social media responsibly in every way you can think of, whether it's a status update or a tweet or a picture or a comment. Because although it seems like those things fade away, everyone sees on Facebook their friends comment on old middle school pictures you put up when you thought they were hilarious, and now they're just embarrassing or awkward and you just wish they didn't exist. And what may seem funny in the moment won't be funny in 2 years when you're trying to get a job, or when you're just looking back and realizing, why did I ever do that? And I think social media can be a great way to connect with people, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all, because it really does help you see what's in the world, especially in this generation, but you need to be responsible at all times.
Really well said, I think. I don't know what you guys think. Very well said. And that's a whole nother topic, social media. But again, simple example of a microphone on a tripod so it's steady, and a microphone to capture really good audio. Part 2 of that video, the end, shows you basically the same thing, but very short and concise edits to highlight kind of wraps up the video.
I'm Katie Ruffalo. I'm graduating in 2014. Next year I'll be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and we are KM.
I'm Lauren Mount. I'm in the class of 2014, and I'll be attending St. Louis University in the fall. We are KM.
Maddie Hardy, class of 2015. We are KM.
I'm Sam Hoska, graduating class of 2014. I'm heading to UW Eau Claire, and we are KM.
Will Duco, class of 2015. We are KM.
So again, just some short video examples to show you what the outcome might look like if you start shooting more. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what I refer to as drone-like footage without all those worries of flying an aircraft, the FAA, potentially crashing, potentially running into people, and just the liability of that. So these are options for you on the market that bring it right into your hand. So as you can see, the picture on the right is basically a stabilizer. It's called a gimbal that you put your phone on. So if you ever shot video with your iPhone, for example, you notice as there might be a little shake as you're either walking or trying to hold it steady to shoot someone not moving. You'll see the camera moving a little bit. These stabilizers basically counteract all the movements in your hand and give you a really nice steady shot for a very affordable tool. The other option on the left is the one I have. This is the one where you basically connect your phone to the side of it and use it as a preview, display, and control for the camera that's built into the top. This is a great tool. The one in the middle is a brand new one introduced recently by GoPro. I don't think it's actually available yet. I mentioned it earlier. This is a GoPro on the end of a stabilized, for lack of a better word, selfie stick, right? So similar to the others. The difference is in the photo in the bottom, you can see the camera unplugs from that selfie stick and plugs into their drone. So in one piece, you have the stabilized camera and you can have a drone, and it all fits in this backpack. So all one solution, one little bag. It sounds like a great option. I haven't seen it, haven't heard reviews yet because it's brand new, but I think it's around the $1,000 price point as opposed to the $1,500 and up that we talked about earlier. So I'm going to show you an example of the footage. So you can see in the bottom right corner, it's a picture of basically what I was using at the school. These are outtakes that I put together real quick from the shoot we had at De Pere High School. And just to show you what kind of footage you might capture in practical sense at your school. And again, the idea here is smooth, steady motion shots to put in between other video cameras. So as you can see, a real practical use of this at school is really any event. Think of big events like homecoming, but really any sporting event. It just gives you a really nice fluid shot that wasn't really possible before without spending just a ton of money. These devices, by the way, are typically in the $500 or less range, some of them a little bit less. And that's not a lot more than a typical point-and-shoot camera that you might use for club pictures or basic stuff at school. So when I've presented on this topic before of drones and this stabilized camera, this camera seems to get a bigger reaction than the drone simply because of the low cost, more usability, and no concern about all the legal issues that come with drones. So something to consider. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to share more information on it. And in closing, I just want to share this outcome of this photo we did with the fire department at Notre Dame College Prep. The photo we used as the end sheets, it was from the GoPro that was attached to the drone. And it's just a really cool way to show an elevated picture of a tradition at Notre Dame on the end sheets front and back. So again, thank you very much. My contact info is below. And if you have any questions, please let me know. You have a good day. Thank you.